All right, let's go with medical. Exum, Hardy, Maxey, Marshall, and Williams all out.
Hey, Jason, we saw after last two practices, Maxi on the court. Just how exactly did he fracture his rib?
Don't know. In the game?
You said in the game.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I can give you.
Yeah. And then, what are your initial impressions of the Warriors acquiring Dennis Schroeder?
What
What are your initial impressions of the Warriors acquiring Dennis Schroeder?
I
We know
think
he's not going to play.
it's a great pickup for the Warriors. A vet who understands how to win, can play both on the ball and off the ball, so he fits. It's a great pickup for them.
Jason, as we wrap up this kind of road gauntlet, how do you just manage the next few days and trying to give players time off and having one game in a few days here? Like, how do you manage that with and keeping them focused, but also giving them some much needed rest?
Yeah, I think we'll talk. We've been talking about what days they want to have off. Um, we just came off of a crazy road trip, um, going going west to go east, and then east to go north, and so we'll we'll play this game, and then we don't play until Thursday, I think, and so we'll be off tomorrow, and then we'll get back to work on Tuesday and Wednesday, um, and then I think we play every other day after that, including Christmas afternoon. So, and then we leave the next day for a back-to-back. So a lot of travel, um, but that's just the schedule, and we got to play it.
Sorry, can I just follow up? How do you think they're holding up right now?
Yeah, well, I think the depth of our team, we're giving guys opportunity to play with the injuries and sickness. Um, so I don't think they're complaining about it, especially for guys who don't get a lot of minutes. They're getting a lot of minutes now, and at some point, maybe we do get closer to being healthy. Understanding you're never probably always healthy, especially for us with X amount and still going to be out for a while. So we'll just play the games, and the guys who can suit up, we're going to try to find a way to win.
Jason, it's not lost on those of us who watch the team closely how successful you are when PJ has played and the number of games that you've lost when he hasn't played. From your perspective, as you zoom out and look at all the things that he does, why do you feel like this year he's been such an important component of winning games?
I think once we got the trade with PJ and we got to see who PJ um, is or has become, is more of, I hate to say, like, the heart and soul of the team. The guy who does all the dirty work, the guy who's going to go unnoticed in the sense of maybe not talked about as an MVP or an all-star, but is one that is the glue of the team, the one that you can rely on any situation, defensively or offensively. But when you have the likes of Kai and Luca, they tend to get a lot of the attention, and rightfully so. But when you look at PJ, just what he brings, his grit, his toughness, his basketball skill set fits perfectly of what we're trying to accomplish. And so, you could look at him as being kind of that heart and soul of the team. And when he's out, we have not done well. And so that's the numbers. The numbers tell us we don't play well without him. So it's good to have him back.
Jason, what do you like about that 1-2 punch you guys have in the middle with Gafford and Lively? One guy goes out and another guy comes in, and you don't miss. Seems like he doesn't miss anything.
Yeah, I think when you look at our center position, we have the best 1-2 punch. Both can start. Both have started this year for us. They both complement each other. They both push each other, and they both cheer for each other. So it's a great situation to have as a coach. But I would say as a teammate, it's great that when you look at D Live and he's having success, Gaff is the first one off the bench cheering for him, and vice versa.
These past few games, Golden State has been going with Kuminga and Draymond in the front court. How does that make them a different team compared to the one you guys saw last month with Draymond and Trace Jackson Davis and that little bit of a bigger look?
Yeah, I think when Kaminga's playing extremely well for them, he's scoring the ball. When you talk about Draymond and his basketball IQ, starting or coming off the bench, he's one of the best, and he's a champion. Understands what it takes to win, and so to have those two out there starting, puts a lot of pressure on your defense, and then it puts a lot of pressure on your offense because you got to take care of the ball. And those two can. We know Draymond's great at steals, but also just disruptive. The pick and roll. I don't think he gets enough credit of blocking jump shots, 3-point jump shots. He does extremely well at being able to contest and block threes. And so having those two when they start, they put a lot of pressure on your team.
Jason, I wanted to ask, and you just addressed some of it, but when you look at Golden State's defense, I think they're fourth in defensive rating this year. What particular challenges does that pose for your offense as you focus in on tonight's game?
Yeah, we got to take care of the ball. They're one that deflection steals. The last time here, we got to, down the stretch, we had some turnovers. And then we have to be able to box out and rebound. I know that's not so much of a defensive question, but that is part of their strength. Is the last time I think Looney had 9 offensive rebounds. We have to box out. We can't give them second or third opportunities, or it'll be a long night.
Hi, Jason. What have your impressions been from afar on just what Buddy Hield's addition has meant here? And he was speaking the other night on just how so many kids back in the Bahamas aspire to be like him. And can you imagine what maybe a kid there could feel seeing Buddy Hield succeed?
Yeah, I think it's a great compliment of what he's done for his country and for the youth of his country, and what he does for Golden State, his ability to shoot the three at a quick pace he has a quick trigger, but just a great, pro. He's a pro on and off the floor, and the Warriors are lucky to have him. Cool. Thank you.